Well, good early morning. We are getting some fuel and then headed to our first job with the new truck in a magical place called Christmas Valley, Oregon. It should be daylight by the time we get there, and then I can show you why this first job is kind of a bittersweet one. So let's get going. All right, we are here. I was trying to time it so I got here right at daylight. See, the sun's just about to come up, so I think I did pretty good on that one. Hopefully the gate's open, and yes it is. Perfect. I was kind of worried about that. Let's go around the back side of the barns here and find our truck. There it is. And that sucks. Let's go see what we got. Okay, so as you see, this is one of Jesse Bound's trucks, and this is the one Trevor drives. Of all Jesse's trucks, this one is my favorite because this is the one that has the flip out drum on the back. This flips over and makes a big deck right here, and then it normally pulls two 32-foot trailers behind it loaded with straw or hay, plus a whole load on the back of the truck itself. And when this whole setup is loaded and going down the road, it is the coolest looking thing because it is just hauling this, well, a ton is actually technically underrated, but a ton of hay. And unfortunately, as you can see here, Trevor was going down the road out here, and of course we don't see any here, but oh, those center pivot irrigation systems. A farmer out here, I don't know who, was had the gear drive for one of those in the back of his flatbed pickup. Fell out of the back onto the road in front of Trevor. Trevor couldn't avoid it. Hit the bumper, then went underneath, wiped out the oil pan and a few other things. So now it needs a ride back to Junction City so they can get it fixed. So let's see how we want to do this. So of course Jesse has one of the two types of suspensions out there that you can't just grab the U-bolts from the rear and tow. So instead, I pulled off his rear tail lights and then the electrical plugs right there, and we're just going to chain sling it off the rear of the bumper, tow it backwards. That way we don't have to worry about pulling the drive line and all that stuff, even though a lot of that stuff's happened to come out anyway when it gets back to the shop. You see it wiped out the step, took out the fender, hit the exhaust, oil pan's broke. It was such a hard hit that broke one of the headlights out of it. So this thing needs a lot of work. So Christmas Valley, where we are now, is world renowned for some of the highest quality alfalfa hay, which is right there, in the world. And Jesse buys a lot of alfalfa here and runs it through his press and ships to extremely high-end buyers in countries like Dubai and stuff like that for high-end animals where they feed them nothing but the best. And this, from Christmas Valley to Junction City, is the longest haul that Bounds Hay does. This is the truck that can haul the most amount of hay in one load. So when you're doing your longest haul of the year, you really want your most productive truck on the road. So it really sucks that this truck had this happen to it on this haul. Kind of the worst timing ever, but we're going to get it back to the shop so they can get going on it and see if they can get it back together. All right, so we're going to run our tow bar out. We flipped our receivers up so we can use them as kind of backstops for chain slinging. And see how far off I am here. Oh, I'm off quite a ways. I'll reposition the truck just a little bit and grab that better. All right, we got it all hooked up. Got the light bar in the front. We got the axles chained up. We just chain slung the back end because not too much good to hook on the back of this thing until I get more forks and receivers and stuff for that thing, which are on the way. Yeah, chained up, safety chains, lights on, all ready to go. So we are gonna head out of here to Junction City. I didn't film much of all the hooking up stuff because first time with a brand new truck, I wanted to focus on like the important part. So that's what I did. All right. Like about a 3.5, 4-hour trip. We'll probably stop just, you know, like once or twice to check on that thing on the way. Okay, we are up there next to Odell Lake. It's right on the other side of those trees. And before we head up over the top of the Cascades, I'm gonna stop and check on everything, make sure we still got lights on the front, and then check our steering wheel straps to make sure it all stays. I've got a wireless light bar coming that just hasn't showed up yet, along with a whole bunch of extra forks and accessories and pitch adapters and all that stuff for that truck. But these are all still tight, so I use straps to strap the steering wheel straight. The seat belt, look, it's totally loose, absolutely no pressure on it. I loop the seat belt through and hook it just as a safety in case a strap lets loose. I never tie the steering wheel by the seat belt. See, like this is just, that's a safety. Use straps to tie it. This is all the stuff I had to take off the back of the truck to be able to sling tow it. Axle chains are all still good. So we just sling chain around the rear of the frame there. Safety chains are still good, so I think we are good to go. Let's see if we can rip one of Jesse's stacks off going through the tunnel. I know they're tall and I know it's short over here on the side. We cleared. It's fine. Road is awesome. Do people really feel like tailgating a semi is going to make it go faster? So I gotta tell you, dude, the front end of that truck is already destroyed. I got nothing to lose here, so try your best. Well, I'm gonna pass. Go for it. Come on, go faster. Four hours later, can finally see the hay press. Those are all the stacks of hay out there in the big barns. We are here. Finally. It's been a long drive. Let's see what they want to do with this thing. It's still behind us, right? Yeah, okay. It made it. Perfect. Well, good thing he's got some spare trucks. Well, good morning, sunshine.
You made it.
Okay, now we can check out the damage.
There's a hole somewhere because it's leaking oil already. Look at that.
Oh yeah, right in the front of the pan.
So the pan's jacked.
Yep. Your horns made it though.
The horns made it.
Step and box is all folded up.
Well, I don't know how big those gearboxes are.
Fuel tank got hit. Front bumper, obviously.
Yeah, we were wanting the radiator. We were wanting to make sure. I think he said there was a hose that was screwed up.
You rip the bottom hose off the radiator?
Yeah, I think it ripped the hose off the radiator when it went underneath.
Oh yeah, that bottom hose hangs down right there.
Yeah.
Maybe have Neil do a little body work. This is for like getting rolled twice on the same road.
This truck's been rolled twice?
Actually 3 times. I wrecked it. It was brand new. Had 10,000 miles on it.
And then you rolled it?
I rolled it.
And then 2 other guys rolled it?
Yeah, and then the guy rolled it. Well, he laid it over twice on the same road, like within a month.
Same guy?
Yeah.
On the same road?
Same road, same place.
With the same truck?
Same truck.
So...
we stopped fixing. We just painted it and just we're like, hey.
That's why this crease is right here.
That's why that crease is there. So that's why there's a new stack on this side. But did you see what I did to this truck?
No.
Well, I fired myself. Because I had a piece of concrete, right, Doug? Yeah, I had a piece of concrete in the road, and that big ass muffler was hanging down, and it caught the concrete, and then it yarded the exhaust pipe off the engine and bent this freaking stack.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's why it's here. All over a piece of concrete. There's all kinds of tore. I was in here with Tony earlier. We got all kinds of shit tore apart. We got those Clerf clamps.
I see a lot of empty space, really.
Well, I think we need to get, but like we can't get that tractor we weren't able to get parts for, so we gutted it to keep other tractors running. But check this out. This is pretty impressive. Yeah, he's been doing a little welding here.
Oh, bracing all that back up?
Bracing all this off, but we bought some new clamps. We pretty much wore these out. Like, after a while, you can only weld.
How many bales of hay do you think these things have picked up?
Well, this thing probably has like 20,000 hours on it. I mean, you gotta figure they run 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Year round, so we could do the math, but
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's the answer. All right. Well, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Sorry you had to be my first customer, but glad you got to be my first customer.
I didn't even have to put it in the shop. You did it for me.
Yeah, good to go. All right, we'll see you later. All right, we're all unloaded, packed up, and here comes one of the container trucks back from the port. We are headed home. Like I said, kind of bittersweet. Like, I'm glad I got to get to work and get the first job on my new truck. Kind of bummed that it's one of my buddy's trucks that got all wrecked up. So either way, we got it back here. Everything went really, really good. This truck did as good as I could have asked it to. Up the hills, no problem. Down the hills, no problem. And this wasn't a simple down the road tow. It was a 4-hour tow over the Cascade Mountains. So good test for it. Very happy with it. I like it. Hopefully you guys like it too. And that'll be it for this one. So again, hope you like it. See you next time. I'm vlogging. It's a thing. This will never not be weird. Let's go.